Hello, welcome to Thoughts from a Tree, and here I am once again sat in my tree, just knocking around again by the River Ribble. You'll be able to hear it. It was brilliant the other day because the river had calmed down a bit. You could have a little play around on the ground. There's little sandy beachy bits on here, and it's really good for good like jump around, climbing some trees. Anyway, the river has picked back up now, so that's your river report for the day. Today is about forgetfulness. So with this, it's kind of earlier on in the week, I was in my own little head again, kind of that's Thoughts from a Tree, kind of just my weekly, daily, hourly kind of bobbles in my head of just sussing things out, chatting to myself, all that weird kind of stuff that I do. And I was just thinking, like, just people have forgotten how to crawl. We do it as babies. It becomes before walking, and then we just kind of gradually stop doing it. I suppose it's not useful because very rarely do we have to get under stuff. But back in the day where movement was king, you would have to crawl to kind of get under trees, get under brambles, kind of, get around climbing trees. I mean, climbing is basically crawling elevated. You're crawling up something. I started thinking about that, and then it reminded me that in the summer, whilst kind of taking part in conferences and all that stuff, I started working on a piece about how we forgot to play, and how this is a major problem with us, that we suddenly get into work and we forget how to play, and how we learn is through play. It's the best and quickest, most efficient way of learning is by playing. And I don't mean like messing around as such. Like play has to have a point to be play. That's what play is, and we've forgotten these things amongst other things. And then I posted this morning the Mufasa quote, which is one of my favourite quotes of "Remember who you are." And in that sense, he's talking to Simba, and he's reminding Simba that he's meant to be king. And then that got me thinking that, we as human beings have evolved and are able to be the kings of the movement world. If you think about it, a lot of other animals are typecast, if you will, into certain movements. Like monkeys are awesome at climbing and swinging and jumping, but long distance running, standing up, they ain't that great at it. Horses are great at like boom, running. Dogs are very good at fast spurts. Let's see, bears have got a good crawl on them. That's why we call them bear crawls, and they move pretty swift. They're good at picking things up. They're good at that type of things. But humans, we're good at long distance running. We're good at short distance running. We can get pretty good speeds when we want to. We're great at jumping. We're great at climbing because we've evolved that way. So we're good at crawling as well. We are exceptional throwers. There's not many other animals that can throw the way we throw. We can lift things, we can carry things, we can swim as well. As a land mammal, that's to the level that we can swim at, that's pretty decent. We are these kings of movement, and I think we need to remember that. Like, it's an empowering status, we are kings of movement. So rather than be kind of, you need to move more, you need to do this, you need to do that, just remember that your body's designed to move. It's designed as one of the best movers in the animal world, and try and remember that. So this week's takeaway for the weekend is just try to explore that in simple terms. Like, you don't have to do a workout, but maybe just see how far you can jump, or see how far you can jump whilst landing in a perfectly stationary position. Just go out and see, like, have a bit of a walk, see if you can start running, crawl around a bit, get on all fours and see what happens, see where your mind takes you, see what makes things fun. It's difficult to swim at the moment because I wouldn't want to be swimming in that right now. The swimming pools aren't currently open, as far as I believe. But we can try a few of these things out. So just want you to remember that, like, play, you know, have a little bit of an objective, a learning design, kind of think what your outcome's going to be, and play rather than think about just working and training and exercising. You know, and then yeah, remember how you're designed to move. It's good for you. Yeah. Thank you. No, I'm currently just videoing a vlog. So yeah, cool. Cheers. And there you go. You shouldn't sit up a tree unless something bad's going to happen. I will see you next week from Thoughts from a Tree. Remember to go out and play.